Okay, so that was cancer awareness and prevention. But what about if you already have the illness? What sort of mindset should you have? I was at the Lakeshore Cancer Center where I met with cancer patients, and I had a magical experience interacting with them and speaking with them. We don't know what direction, we can't direct the wind. Okay, we can't direct the wind, so we don't really know where we're going and what's coming at the end. We can't direct it, but we can adjust the sails. This little thing called attitude can make a big difference. It's a little thing, it's called attitude, but it can make a big difference. What makes our minds happy, as has already been mentioned, makes our bodies happy too. So that's the reason why we've got to be around happy people. And we've got to, even if, I can't move, even, I'm in a situation now where maybe I can't move, I'm immobilized for whatever reasons. You got a mind, you got a heart, you got a soul. You can still create and think. You can still laugh at your favorite show. You can still listen to some music and be inspired. You can still think, you can still strategize. You can still come up with ideas, write them down. You mustn't stop squeezing every ounce out of life. One of the things that wasn't really touched on, when we talk about nutrition and lifestyle, and I'm all about lifestyle, I do spend time with a lot of lifestyle physicians, is this thing called stress. And the fact that we're living this, particularly in a big city, we're living these stressful lives. And it's worse in New York and London. And stress is that silent killer. It creates all the, all the sort of activity in the body that now creates chemical reactions, which now help carcinogens and all the other things do what they want to do. It speeds it along. So we've got to let go. What I always say, let go and let God. Let go and let God. So when you're sleeping at night, just say, what, I got some, my mind's been thinking about all these bad things, or I've been worrying, or I've been stressing about, hey, why me, this, that, the other. God, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight. And you know what? God's up all night anyway. So no problem, he'll take it from you. Get yourself a good night's sleep. God help those who help themselves. It's always something I've always believed. So yes, church is important, the Bible's important, prayer is important, but God helps those who help themselves. We've got to help ourselves, okay? And we've got to find a way out of no way. Sometimes you think you hit a wall, you've got to find a way out of no way, okay? And you've got to be creative. You must never give up. You must never give up. You live to win. Okay? You live to win. Okay, this is critical. And yeah, we go through chemo. I remember I was there when Mom was going through chemo and radio and all the other things that were coming, and yeah, this, these cells are this and these cells are that, and all this sort of diagnosis. But I remember, there's a saying that in Japan that when something's damaged and has a history, it's actually more beautiful. It's a saying. So sometimes when I look at what somebody goes through, and yes, you've gone through adversity, you've been damaged, you got the scars, you got the whatever. Guess what? With that track record, with that experience, you're actually more beautiful as a human being.
My name is Dr. Olainka Akinyemiju. I'm a palliative care physician. Palliative care is simply, managing patients with life-limiting, life-threatening conditions, in terms of their pain control, in terms of symptom control, and in terms of emotional, social, psychological support. So it gives the patient the total type of care that they need. So that's basically what I do. Lakeshore Cancer Center is the only private center in Nigeria that is dedicated solely for cancer management. And it started about a year ago, and like I said, solely cancer management, and we're affiliated to Roswell Park Cancer Institute in Buffalo, New York. And so we do everything about cancer: screening, imaging, different laboratory investigations, outpatient surgery, and palliative care, of course. We do chemotherapy as well. And Lakeshore Cancer Center, the idea is to set up in different phases. So this is basically phase 1, where we have the outpatient units. And then the second phase is where we'll have a full-fledged hospital with wards. And the third phase is the part we bring in radiotherapy machines. The challenge is huge, challenge in terms of finances, in terms of stigma. For the finances, cancer management anywhere in the world is expensive. It's not cheap, and why it's better in the Western world, because they have health insurance. And unfortunately, health insurance, cancer is not covered in, any health insurance in Nigeria, which is really unfortunate. And so managing cancer is not cheap. Even the average Nigerian can't really manage cancer, in terms of surgery, in terms of chemotherapy, in terms of radiotherapy. It's really huge, so finances is really a big problem. Then another problem we also face is the stigma, and the cultural beliefs. Africa, we're used to, especially Nigeria, we're very religious. We're used to, saying most of these things is as a result of bad omens, evil spirits, and all that. And so you won't really take the challenge, you won't take the bull by the horn. By the time you realize, after going to churches and mosques and prayer houses, before you know what's happening, the whole cancer has spread. And at that point in time, there's really very little one can do. So there's a lot of cultural disbelief, there's a lot of stigma, associated with cancer. I mean, we just finished a support group forum, and talking with some patients, they just didn't want to accept, they didn't want to be called patients with cancer. Somebody actually said, no, I can't associate with them. But she has cancer. So there's a lot of stigma around it. People can't talk to people about it. They don't talk to their family. They don't talk to their work colleagues. And they just bottle up so much within themselves. So it's really, really difficult. We know the body doesn't work alone. I mean, there's the body, the mind, and the spirit. And everything works together. If you have a good mind, it resonates. If you have a good spirit, it resonates. So lifestyle changes is very, very important, even for someone that already has cancer and is facing through and is going through either, surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, whatever. Lifestyle changes is very, very important. And even for those who haven't been diagnosed with cancer yet, it's very, very important, very, very solid preventive tool, to developing cancer. Yeah, I would say, first of all, screening is very important. There's nothing as good as screening, because when you screen, and if it's not there, then fine, you move on, so screening is very important. A lot of us don't screen, so we should try and, inculcate that into our habits, to screen regularly. Then secondly, if one has been diagnosed with cancer, we should be positive. Positivity is the key. And once you have that positive mind, you have that positive spirit, then you'll be able to face it. And once you're able to face it, you'll be able to face the challenges, whatever the challenges, whichever way, whichever form it comes, you'll be able to face it. So I would say first, screening is very important. Then even if we're diagnosed with cancer, we should be positive. We should seek the right type of care, the right type of help. We shouldn't bottle up everything in ourselves. We should talk to people, not just anybody, but talk to the right type of people. People can go on the internet. There's so many support group websites on the internet that you can log on to. I mean, they don't know you, you don't know them, but you can share your experiences. You can learn from people. There's so much out there, but all people just need to do is to seek and then tap it. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
What matters most with any illness, no matter how terminal, is never to lose heart, never to lose hope, and never, never, never give up. Some days, if there's not a song in your heart, just sing anyway. Remember, live life to the fullest. Goodbye. Thank you. Celebration of life. Live to win. Never, 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 never give up. Please, okay?